Hey, my name's Ian Jennings, and this is TestDriver. TestDriver is an AI QA agent, and it's like a QA teammate. So it acts like a human. It can control the entire computer, mouse, keyboard, and it sees what's on the screen. It doesn't use static analysis. It actually has an understanding of your application. And this is our new website. I sent it out to our investors, and I said, hey, take a look at this and let me know if you see any spelling errors, syntax errors, that sort of thing. And they said, why don't you ask TestDriver to do it? That sounds like a lot like QA. So challenge accepted, and we're going to give it a shot. So here I have a blank folder, and I'm going to run TestDriver AI. That will open up our prompt. TestDriver is an interactive terminal, and we're just going to say explore. And that allows us to have the AI loop. So this will allow the AI to run a maximum of 10 prompts in a loop so that it can kind of keep going. And the reason we're going to do that is so it can scroll the whole webpage and check the whole webpage. Typically, TestDriver will just do a single command at a time. This allows it to kind of keep going. So we'll say explore. We'll say check, or actually we're going to say assert the website has no spelling, grammar, or syntax errors. Then scroll down. Okay. Repeat that until you reach the bottom of the page. Okay. So you're going to be able to see the AI's output. Right now it's looking at the screen and saying, okay, what am I going to do? I need to focus Chrome. So I'll focus Chrome. I'm going to check for spelling, grammar, syntax errors. Says I didn't see any. Now let's scroll down. Now this one will have syntax errors. It's at the bottom. Let's see if it catches it. Okay, it's going to assert. Oh, it found it, right? So here we go. AI says, oh, the test failed because TestDriver sets up its own syntax test and it has the wrong grammatical error of its versus its. So what happened is the test fails and it outputs a prompt we can use to rerun it. What we're going to do though now is actually patch that. So what I'll do is fix that little spelling error here. Let's see where it sets up its own test. Alrighty. And we'll just continue on. So we will load TestDriver AI again, and this will actually load that file. So you'll see it's loaded, and we can just continue from where we left off. Okay, let's see. Okay, it passed, great. So let's see. Okay, it scrolls. Now it's doing a thing called checking. That's to detect the loop. You know, are we finished? Have we reached the bottom of the page? It says, no, we haven't. And it'll just keep doing this. Oh, it found another error. Let's see. Okay, let's see. It says, you have tasks. Let's see. Okay. You have no tasks should be you have 2 tasks or you have tasks. Oh, look, it's actually in the image. All right, I got to contact the designer on this one. This should I even continue? I mean, man, okay. You get the gist of it. There it is. And let me show you the next part. So you go, okay, great. Well, the AI did that. I don't want to run that on my machine, right? What we can do now is TestDriver AI init. And this will set us up with GitHub Actions workflow files, which allow us to run these tests as part of a schedule in the cloud. So we don't have to run them on our local machine. We can actually check for these spelling errors every day. So what I can do is go to GitHub and I'll do it in my personal repo. And repo, new repo, we will call it TestDriver spelling. actually, you know what? This should be within the test driver spelling. We'll make it public, create repo. Okay, then we're going to basically just add all of this stuff to the command line, to the repo. Okay, I think that pushed it. Boom. Okay, so now, let me add everything. Bring this back. Git add. And we want to add test driver tests. Boom. Okay. There we go. So here we have the GitHub workflow. And this will actually run that test. What we're going to want to do is load this with our URL. So I have to modify this a little bit. I'm actually going to cut that out, and we will do TestDriver AI. And something else we're going to do here is run this on a cron. So you can see this this test will actually run on every push or pull to this branch. But what we're doing here, just to back it up, is we're deploying this test to the cloud so that this actually runs on increment. So we'll do GitHub Actions cron. Let's see, cron. So this will run a schedule, actually, I think is what we want. Schedule. Every day at 5:30. Here we go. That's good enough for me. Boom. Okay, so that will run schedule cron. Okay. Like that. Let's run every day at 5:30. Actually, it's at 1:30, so it's like, let's do 1 o'clock. I'll do 1:30. Okay. Boom. And then, is that it? We also need to supply a key here. See, it's secrets test driver API key. So I'm going to commit this. Obviously, it won't work until I add that key. So I'm going to go into settings, and on another screen over here, I'm going to get my test driver key. Alrighty, got that key. And what I'm going to do is I'm making a secret. So I'm going into the actions. You can see here, actions repository secret. And I'm going to add a secret called test driver API key. And I'm going to paste the key that I secretly copied over there. Okay. Now, test driver spelling is going. Something we can do to test this, actually, since it's running on cron, is we will have it run on workflow dispatch. So workflow dispatch in GitHub Actions is a way to manually trigger actions. If I didn't already, I think I might have removed that. Workflow dispatch. Let's do this. Workflow dispatch. Okay. Then we do here. Now when I go into actions, test driver, I'm able to run that check. So that'll spawn our test driver AI action. And what's going to happen is test driver is going to run that same exact test I just performed here, an output, on the test driver infrastructure. And so then I can go ahead and see this in the test driver dashboard. I can hook this up to email me if there's a new spelling error. I can have it post to Slack, anything you want. But that's the gist of it. So essentially what you're doing is training the AI locally on what you want it to test. That outputs a regression test, which kind of repeats. So it'll do that scroll check, scroll check, scroll check. And then the output is posted to GitHub. Now, you don't actually have to go train the AI to do all of those checks. We have actually a new function that allows you to generate tests. So the AI will look at the UI and say, oh, I think these are, here's 20 good ideas for tests. Let me run those all at once. And then you can accept the ones, I'll open PRs, open pull requests. You can accept the ones that you like. So yeah, lots to explore here and a lot of spelling errors I got to fix. So I got to go. But if you're interested, you can sign up. Just click join the beta. You'll be able to add it to the waitlist. And I'll probably, you can see the action spawn here. I'll cut in the result of the action into this video in a minute. So here we can see that our test has run in the cloud. So it's run on a ephemeral runner hosted by TestDriver. If we click on this link, we can actually see the entire output. So these are the whole logs of the job, including our test file and the AI. The AI finds a different error. It actually interprets the text here, 52% of developers report testing is the biggest blocker to release with a star. It interprets that as an X. This is due to the resolution difference. So it's like, oh, that looks like an X. You know, it doesn't look like a correct typo. And that's up for debate whether you want to say that's a pass or a fail. What we can do is actually modify the prompt to say, you know, the website has no spelling, grammar, or syntax errors. The text release X is okay. That's fine. Or you could go ahead and say, actually, you know, the AI is right. That looks a little weird. Let me modify it. So you can go either way on this, just like any other test. Yeah, and you know, actually, you can see the Chrome logs here. So if they were console logs, you'd be able to see them. But for now, we can look at the network requests. You can click on them and see all the details. So if you're debugging some kind of complex UI, you could do it there. You can see the device information, of course, the system info. You could have descriptions, comments. Dashcam's another product that we built as part of TestDriver. Of course, we needed to debug TestDriver, so we made Dashcam. And yeah, I mean, the most important thing here is we can actually run this every day. So we can run this spell check. It's actually configured to run every day through a schedule. And we can expand upon it. We can have it scroll further down. We can have it check other pages. We can actually have it generate more tests. So there's a command called generate. I'll show you in the documentation. And what generate does is actually will, it's actually not in the docs yet. Generate will actually come up with more tests. So you can actually generate tests while you run tests. So, oh, hey, I'm on this new page. Do you have any ideas for what to test? And it'll open a pull request with more tests, just like this. So really, really exciting. This is just the beginning of it. If you want to get started again, just come join the beta, get in contact with me, and I'd love to show you a demo. All right, that's it. My name's Ian Jennings, signing off from TestDriver.